Hello, my very most beautiful Scorpios. How is everyone? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. So my lovelies, we are going to be doing your June bonus reading. Now this is a general reading, so it may not be able to resonate for all of you. And if you want something that is meant for your exact energy, then I do have personals open. And everything that you'll need to know will be in the description box below for you. Now this reading is all about the person on your mind. So whoever you are thinking about, Scorpio, that is who this reading is intended for. So archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please deliver clear messages with a very clear understanding. For my very most beautiful Scorpios, please, may the messages that need to be heard the very most, please come through. And may they please find those who need to hear it. Please show me Scorpio's energy, a very clear message with a very clear understanding. All right, my loves, let's take a look and see what we've got going on for you. Regrets. I keep myself distracted. I lay awake thinking of you. I want you. I don't react when people mention you. Somebody does not want people to know how bad they have it. I'm like hearing the Usher song going on in my head. You know, that you got it bad. This person does. They got it bad for you, Scorpio. And they don't want people to know it. They don't want people to know it. They have a lot of regrets. So this is somebody who, you know, they could have messed things up with you here, Scorpio. And now they are just trying to deal with it, trying to deal with the loss of a Scorpio. It ain't an easy thing to do. So let's take a look. We are going to be looking at this person's thoughts. We're going to look at their headspace. We're going to look at their heart space, so their feelings towards you. We're going to look at what their true intentions are, and any actions that they may be taking. Now, I'm getting another message trying to come in, and I don't feel like this is the case for most of you, but it is probably the case for somebody out there because it's trying to push through. You know, for some of you guys, this person could have already been in some kind of commitment or some kind of, you know, could have been married or could have been in some kind of relationship. And, you know, I do feel like they're trying to keep themselves, you know, away from you. That's the best way I can think to put it. But they're thinking about you. They still want you. So I don't think that's the case for most of you, but I do think it is for somebody out there. You know, for the rest of you, I just feel like this is somebody who really... they could have screwed things up here royally with you. They could have messed things up here. So let's take a look. And with this, I keep myself distracted. You know, for some of them, you know, it could be, you know, just them focusing on themselves, them focusing on their work, you know, their goals, things like that. For others, I feel like it's a little bit more unhealthy than that. Some of you guys could have Cancer in your chart, because there was kind of an energy like that in Cancer's reading as well. So if you guys have Cancer in your chart, go ahead and check out that reading. But I do feel like there's a sign of a different energy of this. But with this, I keep myself distracted. You know, some of them, it could be, you know, going out with friends too much, or drinking too much, or substances, or, you know, keeping themselves distracted with this girl and that girl or that boy. And you know what I'm saying? That partner or this person, you know, that kind of a thing. You know, it could be much more unhealthy ways of coping. So what's going on in this person's thoughts? Yeah, the Queen of Wands. They could be being for some of them, they could be being very, very social, you know, going out all the time, talking to this person, that person, having kind of meaningless, casual encounters. And it really is coming from a place of just trying to not deal with their stuff. They're not wanting to face up to their feelings, deal with their feelings, deal with their actions, you know, that kind of a thing. It's like trying to drown it all out. So show me this person. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? I think this, let's take it as a message. You know, sometimes it's me being klutzy, but there's a message in that. You know, sometimes it's this person, you know, feeling all over the place. Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, this person, they could definitely be out there. We're not passing judgment here. We're not here to pass judgment. But they could be out there having hoe-like tendencies, you know, and hoe-like actions. And it's coming from a place of, you know, not dealing with their stuff. So what's going on in this person's thoughts? What are this person's thoughts when it comes to Scorpio? What are their thoughts? Big lessons learned. maybe in the past they were not, especially if this person was non-committal in the past, they know. They wish they would have done something differently. Now, for those of you, like I said, where this person is married, you know, it could be representing that as well. But I do feel the Hierophant is definitely, it's major lessons being learned. Wow, the Knight of Swords. Some of them could want to talk to you. They think about it. They think about talking to you. They think about doing something differently. They think about expressing, most importantly, they think about expressing the realizations and the lessons that they have learned with that energy. Now, some of them, if they're not, some of them, it's because, you know, they are in a commitment. For those of you where that is resonating that way, the Four of Swords. So it's like they want to reach out and they want to communicate, but they choose to keep it to themselves. Now, the Four of Swords can also be an energy of healing. It can also be an energy of really looking within. And I feel like this person has really looked within, and I feel like they don't really like what they see. I really do feel like this person's having a hard time coping. It's like they've realized a lot of stuff, but it's almost like they feel like it's too late to do anything about it, and they're not handling things in a healthy way. Show me this person's feelings. What are their feelings? Some of you guys could be in a new commitment now. You know, that could be an energy as well, the Three of Cups. So I feel like they do want to reconcile. Five of Pentacles. For those of them that they're in a connection, or you're in a connection, they recognize that a third party isn't going to happen, and that they need to, or isn't kind of what they're trying to achieve here, that somebody would have to walk away from somebody else in order for you guys to be together. Now, if neither one of you are in a commitment, then, you know, it's just talking about, you know, feeling a little bit lost and lonely without you, and wanting to reconcile here. That is showing up in their heart. The Seven of Swords. But there could have been a lot of deceptions. There could have been a lot of dishonesties. And I do feel like, especially with this energy, it's like very self-sabotaging energy. It's like this person feels like it's not possible for one reason or another. And so they're like totally just sabotaging. Not only did they sabotage the connection, but they're also now sabotaging themselves. And it's almost like, I almost feel like this energy of them like punishing themselves. And that's not going to be for everybody, but for some of them it is. It's like, they have these regrets and they knew that they blew it. So they're just out here, you know, totally sabotaging themselves. Tell me about this. What is their true intentions moving forward? What are their true intentions moving forward? We have the Lovers energy. So I do feel like that could be a turning point. It can also be a major decision as well. And it's also, you know, it is an intense soul connection. You know, in the Lovers here, we can see there's a mountain here. Mountains, they can represent challenges and obstacles, things that we have to overcome. And I do feel like these people are also reaching for each other, but not quite touching. There is space between them. So there could be some space, whether that's physical or, you know, a mental, emotional, whether you guys are just not in communication. There's space between the two of you guys right now. They recognize that. They recognize the mountain in between you guys as well. There is stuff that needs to be worked on, but they still want this. They still feel the connection. There could be a turning point. It can also represent a major decision. We have the Page of Pentacles, so they want to communicate. So this is their true intention. And that is it is positive communication as well. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I definitely feel like this person's true intention is to have this deep connection, to overcome these obstacles, to communicate to you, to move things forward. But let's see what their actions are. Sometimes what we want and what we end up doing are not the same things. You know, or what we intend and what we do are not the same things. Tell me about this. What are their actions? What actions will this person be taking? They have the Chariot. So that is having faith, and it could be very well be moving towards you. The Four of Cups, they are afraid of rejection, though, here from you, Scorpio. And the Six of Wands. I also feel like the Four of Wands, he's sitting at the very base of the tree, and I don't get this message even most of the time, but every now and then I'm drawn to that. And it does talk about needing to get to the root of a problem. And I feel like this person, you know, they could be trying to get to the root of some of their issues. Because I feel, Scorpio, that this person right now is in, I don't want to say complete chaos, but kind of, you know, some of them are out here sabotaging themselves. They are totally not coping well, because they're having these major realizations. They're learning these lessons, but they're not ready to face up to that. So with this energy, though, I do feel like this person does want to move towards you. That's their intention. They recognize that there's space between you. They recognize that there's obstacles that have to get overcome. There is definitely a fear of rejection. And it's not just fear of you rejecting them, but it is a fear, it's kind of them rejecting these realizations and lessons, because they know that they have to, they have to make changes. They have to take ownership, the responsibility. There's a part of them that wants to, just push that aside. But, I do feel like they're going to overcome it. I do. I feel like this person is going to be moving back towards you. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see. But they're definitely afraid. There's definitely that fear of getting rejected. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancer. Like I said, you could have Cancer in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be. You also have, you have quite a bit here, Taurus, Gemini. But you have 1, 2, 3 cards for Cancer. That's why I said that. Cancer's sticking out really big into your reading here. So what is the biggest challenge within this connection for Scorpio? What is the biggest challenge? The Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Both kind of cards of future planning, future thinking. It is kind of a slower energy as well. But I do feel like some of you guys have been waiting to hear from this person, and it has felt like it's taken a long time. Some of you guys could have lost your patience and already started to move forward. Others of you guys where this was very toxic, or what this person's been out there doing, just being very toxic, being kind of a mess. Some of you guys are really trying to take everything into account before figuring out what next step to take, because you're looking at who you're trying to be and where you're trying to go, and you're asking yourself, is this situation going to get me there or not? Is this going to get me closer to who I'm trying to be and where I'm trying to go or not? It's really being very thorough. It's really planning for the future, thinking for the future type of an energy. I do feel like it is a challenge for this person to reach out. Some of them have been taking their very sweet time, and they've been being kind of a hot mess in the meantime. What doesn't Scorpio see coming in this situation? The Knight of Wands. I feel like you guys did not expect... I feel like some of you... Well, I don't want to say that you guys didn't expect this person to... be out here doing the things that they're doing. But some of you, when you find out the extent of it, I think that it can be surprising for some of you that this person is going from this to the Ace of Pentacles. Some of them, I do feel like some of you guys are going to have a hard time believing this person, that they could go from everything that they've been doing. They're, sabotaging with your connection, the actions and things that they've been doing since you guys have been apart, to these realizations, to this Ace of Pentacles. Some of you guys are going to have a hard time trying to figure out how they got to here to there. What advice do we have for Scorpios? What advice do we have? Any advice? Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a very indecisive energy. It's kind of going back and forth. It really does ask you to look within and trust your intuition. It really does. Also, the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands knows exactly what she wants and what she needs to do to make her to be happy. She's grasping onto this sunflower, and sunflowers in the tarot are symbolic of clarity and happiness. So she knows exactly, she's holding on to her happiness. She knows exactly what she needs to do. I feel like Scorpio, you guys do know which path is going to take you closer to where you're trying to go, and which one's going to take you further, which one's going to make you happy, which one's going to cause, chaos. I feel like you guys do know that. So it's really up to you to really trust yourself, to really listen to your intuition, quiet your mind enough to be honest with yourself. Because sometimes the Two of Swords can represent that as well. Because her hands are not bound. She could just set those swords down, take her blindfold off, and then she could see. But she's not. She's choosing not to. And sometimes that can speak about not wanting to see. Because once we know the truth, we have to, we can't unknow it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And some truths can be painful, especially if this is somebody that you had wanted, and this is a reconciliation with something that you had wanted. Facing the truth that maybe that's not what's best for you. That can be very difficult. So sometimes we can pretend like we don't see and we don't know, when deep down we really do. And now I'm not saying that's the case for you. Some of you guys, maybe that's not the case for you. Only you guys get to decide what is best for you. But that's just a meaning that it can have. But that is what I have for you guys. So if this resonates, please let me know in the comments down below. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. Everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that is in the description box below for you. And if you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, guys, if you want personal prayers for any reason at all, just go ahead and put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. So I am sending so much love and light. Until next time.